Hi, and welcome to WQLN Homeroom. I'm Miss Sarah, and I am so excited that you decided to come on and join us today. All of this week, we have been talking about leaves and the fall time. Leaves can be all kinds of different colors. You can have green leaves and red leaves or orange leaves, big leaves, small leaves. You can have all kinds of leaves. This week, today, we are going to be talking about the different seasons. Do you know what a season is? A season is a different time of year. So there are 4 seasons. We have the fall time, which is the season that we are in right now, where it's starting to get cooler outside and the leaves are changing colors. Then, after the fall time, we move into the winter time. And then the winter time is when it gets cold and snowy, and we're able to go outside and build those snowmen. And then the snow starts to melt, and we move into spring, when the flowers start to bloom, and it starts to get a little bit warmer outside, but it's not too hot. And then we finally move into the last season, which is summer. And summer is when it's hot and we don't have to go to school and we can play outside or swim in the pool. So there are 4 different types of seasons. We are going to begin today by reading a story about a little red dog. And I bet you might know him. His name is Clifford. And we are going to read a story today about Clifford and the first time that he gets to experience fall, which is the time that we are in now. So I'm really excited that you decided to join us today. I know that I'm excited to read this story and to get to learn some new things with you. So I'm going to go get my book and I'll meet you right back here for story time. Okay, so I got my story and I said that we were reading a story about a little red dog and his name is Clifford. I love the Clifford stories, and so we're going to read this story today. It is called Clifford's First Autumn. Now, autumn is a fancy word for one of the 4 seasons that we are talking about today. Let me remind you of what the 4 seasons are, and then let's see if you can figure out which season, you can look at the cover, means the same as that fancy word autumn. Is autumn the same as spring or summer or winter or fall? Which one does autumn mean? Yeah, you got it. Autumn is the same as fall. It's just a fancy word for fall. So we are going to read Clifford's first autumn today, and we are going to get to see what he thinks about all of these leaves falling from the sky. Hi, I'm Emily Elizabeth. I have a dog named Clifford. When Clifford was a tiny puppy, he loved the summertime. We went to play in the park every day. Clifford chased the birds, he never caught one. On the way home, we always stopped to smell the flowers. Then summer ended. One morning, Clifford woke up to hear the radiator hissing. I picked him up so he could see out the window. He was surprised to see smoke coming out of his nose. It was just his breath in the frosty morning air. Frosty is like another word for cold. Fall had come. I put on a warm coat and took Clifford out. The park looked different. The leaves were all over the ground. Clifford couldn't chase the birds because they were flying south. The birds are flying south where it stays warm. The flowers were gone and the pumpkins were in place. Clifford had never seen a pumpkin before. Oh no! He jumped up and crash! The pumpkins went rolling everywhere. Now, where did Clifford go? Sometimes Clifford was a naughty puppy. Oh, he's hiding in those apples. We said goodbye to the store owner and went to the park. A gust of wind blew more leaves off the tree, and at first, it frightened Clifford. Frightened means scared. He looks pretty scared in that picture. Then he started to chase the leaves. It was fun. When we saw a big pile of fallen leaves, Clifford jumped in. Do you like to jump in the leaves? Jumping in the leaves is one of my favorite fall time activities. I love to take my rake out and rake my yard and make a big, huge pile of leaves and then jump into it. Whee! That was even more fun. Then a strange thing bounced in front of Clifford. What is that strange thing bouncing in front of him? Doesn't look so strange to me. There was a long string on it, and Clifford took a hold of the string, and he ran. Uh-oh, he's running with that football. Suddenly, a boy grabbed the object, and I guess he didn't see Clifford. A lot of kids come running after the boy. One girl shouted, "Hey, there's a puppy on that football." The boy dropped the ball, so Clifford took it and ran. He crossed the white line and all the kids cheered. Clifford had scored the touchdown. The kids told Clifford he was a very special dog. They should see him now. Oh my goodness, look how big Clifford has grown. So in this story, Clifford was so excited about all of the leaves falling and the leaves changing colors. But in the story, it talked about the leaves on the ground and that the birds were flying south. The birds were flying south because the birds like to stay places where it is warm. So today we are going to be talking about the 4 seasons, but I wanted to tell you a little secret. Not everywhere in the world are there 4 seasons. Where we live in Pennsylvania, in Erie, PA, where the news station is, there are 4 seasons. The 4 seasons we talked about: fall or autumn, which is the fancy word, summer, winter, and spring. But not everywhere that you live there are 4 seasons. Some places it stays warm year round. It does not get cold, so there's no snow or no winter. Like if you lived in Texas or Florida, sometimes people go on vacation to Florida, it doesn't get cold there. There's not typically snow on the ground, so they do not have all of the seasons. Or if you went to Texas, it's really hot there. It doesn't get cold and wintry there. It gets really wintry where we live, and we get lots of snow. But there's places around the world that don't have all of those seasons. Or if you went to Antarctica where it is really cold and snowy, they don't really have a summer. It doesn't get super hot there. So not everywhere that we go is going to have all 4 seasons. It is different around the world. So if you moved with your family, or when you get older and you become an adult and you decide you don't want to live here anymore, you might move somewhere where there are not the 4 seasons. I love living in Erie because I love having all 4 seasons, but some people do not like the snow. My mom, she hates the snow. Don't tell her I told you that. But not everyone likes all the 4 seasons. So what we are going to do is we are going to play a little game today to see how smart you are and to see if you can help me sort out some different activities or things that you may see or do during the different seasons. So we are going to hang up the words fall and winter and summer and spring, and then we are going to pull some pictures out of a bag, and you are going to help me sort them and decide which season they belong to. Do you think that you can do that? Okay, so I am going to move where all of my things are hanging up, and then we will see how smart you are and if you can sort all of the different activities or things that you might see during the seasons. Okay, so now it is time for us to do our activity today, and I said that we are going to be talking and sorting different things or activities that you might see during the 4 seasons. So we have our 4 seasons up here on the wall. We have fall, which is the season that we are in now, Spring, where the flowers start to bloom and it starts to get warm. Summer, which is when it's sunny and you can go in the pool and play outside. And winter, when it's snowy and cold and we can build snowmen or make snow angels. Those are all winter things. So inside of this bag, I have some pictures, and I need you to help me sort out all of the pictures and decide what season they are going to go in. So I'm going to pull one out and I'm going to show you the picture, and we're going to see if you can decide what season it is. So here is the first picture. It is of some flowers blooming. What do you think? Which season is this picture in? I want you to show me on your finger. If you think it's fall, show me the number 1. If you think it's spring, show me 2. Summer, number 3. And winter, number 4. What do you think? This one is number 2. It is springtime. In the springtime, you see flowers blooming and it's getting nice and warm and sunny outside. Here is the next one. The next one is a butterfly, where you're seeing the bugs come out and it's starting to get warmer outside. What do you think? Show me a number. Do you think number 1, fall, number 2, spring, number 3, summer, or number 4, winter? This one is also a spring one. We see butterflies outside in the springtime. Okay. Here is the next one. The next one is some pumpkins. Now, what do you think? Which season do we see pumpkins? Show me a number on your finger. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Fall, spring, summer, or winter? This one is a number 1. This is a fall time one. We see pumpkins outside now. Some people might be carving pumpkins or going to a pumpkin patch. Okay, here is the next one. The next one is some leaves. The leaves are falling. Now remember, we are talking about the leaves falling in autumn this time. So show me a number on your fingers. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Fall, spring, summer, winter. The leaves are also fall. We are seeing the leaves falling from the trees now. They're changing colors. It's getting cooler outside. All right, here's our next one. Some apples. Maybe you are picking some apples and putting them into a basket. Or maybe you are making apple pie with your mom or your dad or your grandma or your grandpa, or maybe some applesauce. All fun things that you can do with apples. Show me on your fingers. Which number do you think it should go with? The fall, the spring, the summer, or the winter? This one is also a fall one. That was a number 1. You guys are so smart. Let's try another one. Ready? Here is a guy on a sled. This is a fun activity you would do in the snow. Which one do you think? Fall, spring, summer, or winter? This one is our first winter activity. We do this in the winter time when there's snow on the ground. Okay, let's try another one. Here we go. The next one is a girl in a raincoat. Now this one might be kind of tricky. What do you think? A girl in a raincoat. If you said springtime, it is spring. In the spring, it is very rainy. I know we've had a rainy summer, but in the springtime, it is really rainy. Here's the next one. We have a snowman with his scarf on. What do you think? Which season? This one is wintertime. In the winter, oh, we have none for summer so far. We need some summer ones, goodness. Okay, here's the next one. Are you ready? It is the sun. It is super sunny and hot outside. What do you think? Yeah, you got it. That one is the summertime, so it's our first summer one. It's our first summer one. It is sunny, sunny, sunny in the summertime. All right, we got a couple more here. The next one is a sand castle. It's a sand castle. Now, where do you go to build a sand castle? You go to the beach, and in the beach, you always go to the beach in the summertime. In the summertime. We go to the beach in the summertime. All right, we've got a couple more. Here's the next one. Ready? This one is a basket of snowballs. What do you think? Which season do we go and have snowballs with? Yeah, that's a winter one. We play in the snow in the winter time. All right, I've got one more in here. One more in here. Let's see what the last one is. The last one is a girl in some nice cool clothes. She's got her sandals on. She looks like she's maybe in a swimsuit ready to go to the beach. If you're going to the beach, it is definitely the summertime. So we have all kinds of pictures up here on our wall. Take a look at all of our pictures one more time. We have the fall, the spring, the summer, and the winter. These are the 4 seasons. In the fall time, it's cool outside. You might be seeing leaves or pumpkins or picking apples. And then we have the springtime where the flowers are blooming and we're seeing the bugs and it's really rainy outside. Then we have the summertime where it's sunny and you might go to the beach and build a sandcastle in your bathing suit. And the last one is the winter where you're sled riding and you're building a snowman and you have all of those snowballs. There are so many activities that you can do during the 4 seasons. Okay, so we talked about all 4 seasons and all of the different activities that you can be doing during the different seasons. And we talked about how around the world, there may not be all of the seasons depending on where you live. That was a pretty fun activity. I hope you enjoyed it. Our next thing, we are going to be doing a craft today. But before we can do our craft, we're going to read another little story because for our craft today, you are going to need some leaves. The leaves are falling outside. They're starting to change color, so I know that you can find lots of leaves outside. So we're going to read a story before we do our craft today, and it is called We Are Going on a Leaf Hunt, because for our craft today, you are going to have to go on your own leaf hunt to be able to do the craft. So we're going on a leaf hunt, and I want you to listen to the story because you're going to need to do some moves in this story. So here we go. It says, we're going on a leaf hunt. We're going right away. Let's find colorful leaves. It's a wonderful day. We're coming to a mountain, a tall, tall mountain. We can't go under it. We have to go over it. We're coming to a mountain. Come on, let's go. Can you pretend to climb a mountain? Climb, climb, climb. Huff, puff, huff. Pick up those leaves from the maple tree. So you might see a maple tree on your journey to find some leaves. We're going on a leaf hunt. We're going right away. Let's find colorful leaves. It's a wonderful day. We're coming to a forest, a dark, dark forest. We can't go over it. We have to go through it. Come on, let's go. Okay, let's pretend like we're going through a deep, dark forest. Step, step, squash, squash. Shh. We made it. Pick up those leaves from the birch tree. We're going on a leaf hunt. We're going right away. Let's find colorful leaves. It's a wonderful day. We're coming to a waterfall, a swooshing, swooshing waterfall. We can't go through it. We have to go around it. Come on, let's go. Okay, we are swimming past our waterfall. Here we go. Shoo, 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 shoo. Swim past that waterfall. Pick up those leaves from the hickory tree. We're going on a leaf hunt. We're going right away. Let's find colorful leaves. It's a wonderful day. I wonder what'll come next. We're coming to a lake, a cold, cold lake. We can't go around it. We have to go across it. Come on, let's go. Okay, we are hopping into our boat and we are paddling across. Here we go. We made it. pick up those leaves from the red oak tree. I have one of these red trees in my front yard. What's that sound? It's coming from that bush. It's black and it's white. What do you think is hidden in the bush? It's a skunk. Ah, let's go. Okay, I need you to stand up for this part because we're gonna go back through all of the moves that we have done in this story. Are you ready? We have to go first across the lake, so hop in your boat and paddle. Okay, now around the waterfall, swim around the waterfall. Good. All right, through the dark forest, really quiet. Okay, up over the mountain, huff, puff, run, run, run. Whew. We made it, we're home. We went on a leaf hunt, what a wonderful day. We found lots of leaves, now let's jump and play. Okay, so before I read my story, I went on my own leaf hunt and I found some leaves in my front yard. So I'm gonna use these leaves for a part of our craft today. So I'm gonna get all the rest of the things we're gonna need and then I'll meet you right back here for our craft. Okay, so I have all of the items that I'm going to need for our craft today. Now remember, if you don't have all of these things, that's okay. You can watch me make the craft and then you can have an adult help you log on to WQLN.org and you can get the directions to make this craft. So like I said, we are going to be using some leaves today that we found when we went on our own leaf hunt to be making our own handprint leaf tree. So you are going to be needing some leaves, some markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you have. You need brown, either a brown paper bag, like I have a brown construction paper, white paper, scissors, glue or tape, and something to be able to draw or trace your hand with. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your brown construction paper or brown bag, whatever you have. This is going to be for the trunk of our tree and we are going to use our hand to do this. So you might need an adult to help you, but you are going to lay your hand down on the brown and trace around it because we are going to use our fingers as the branches of our tree. So you're going to trace your hand and then you are going to very carefully using your scissors cut out your hand that you just traced. Now, if you're not good with scissors, that's okay. Just try your best, or you can have an adult help you to cut them all out. And my hand doesn't want to seem to cut out, but you're going to cut it out. And once you have your handprint all cut out, you are going to use either your tape or your glue and you are going to tape it down onto your white piece of paper. Now we are going to be using the leaves that we found outside as the leaves on our tree. You're going to be using the leaves from outside as the leaves on our tree. So I have my hand all cut out. I'm going to take this and I am going to glue it onto my paper. And then I'm going to take my leaves and I'm going to glue them all around my picture. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it is all done. So this is what it's gonna look like when it's all done. So here it is when it is all done. I have my handprint tree and I added my leaves from outside. Now I made mine an apple tree because like we talked about with the seasons, there are lots of apples and pumpkins outside. So I made an apple tree with some pumpkins and I used my crayons or your markers or whatever you have to decorate the scenery around my tree. And now that I have my handprint leaf tree, I can take this and I can hang it on my refrigerator or I could give it to my mom or my dad or someone really special. So once you go on your leaf hunt, you too can make your own handprint leaf tree. So I hope that you had a lot of fun today getting to talk about all of the different seasons and learning about the different activities that you can do during the seasons. And I hope that you have a ton of fun when you get to go on your own home leaf hunt and search for leaves in your yard to use when you make your handprint leaf craft. I know that I had a ton of fun getting to do all of those things today, and I wish that we had more time to spend together, but sadly we are all out of time, and that is all the time that we have for today. So I hope that you log back on tomorrow and you watch tomorrow to see what else we are going to do this week when we learn all about the leaves and having fun in the fall time. But until then, we are all out of time, so I hope that you remember to keep reading and keep learning and keep watching WQLN, where learning is brought to life. I will see you guys next time. Bye.